The science of predicting a carpet's durability is a top priority at Shaw Industries. Obviously, the best way to do this research is to use human walkers on the carpet, then assess the product's appearance retention. Since the late 1960s, having people walk on the carpet has been the gold standard for appearance retention research. Over the years, researchers found a high variation in the actual footsteps hitting the carpet samples during the predetermined amount of walker passes. This resulted in a high degree of testing uncertainty. In the mid-1980s, accelerated test methods were developed to replicate human walker testing. The most common was the hexapod test. The test places a specimen in a rotating drum with 6 studs affixed to a tumbler. This tumbler moves on the carpet for a specified number of revolutions. The wear achieved by this test is more reproducible than the human walker test, but the wear doesn't necessarily reproduce the same effect as with actual human foot trafficking. This tends to produce more error in the interpretation of the visual sample. Shaw's research team set out to improve the evaluation of texture appearance retention of carpets. Shaw now has a patent-pending method called STEPS that has solved the variation problem. Using this technology, Shaw can determine the number of steps applied to every test sample and develop information that accurately predicts the service life of our carpets. Now that's awesome science.
When it comes to quality, no flooring company achieves a higher standard than Shaw Industries. What's important to our customers, installers, and consumers is superior quality, style and design, innovative advantages, performance, and value. Superior because we have the highest standards. No flooring company invests more time, more money, or more effort in product testing than Shaw. That's why we lead the industry in exceeding the needs and expectations of our customers and consumers. Shaw, where great floors begin. And you don't have to take our word for it. Let's take a look at what our customers say about Shaw's high standards of excellence. All of this represents only a small part of the recognition Shaw has received, but it serves to illustrate the company's many achievements and leads me to the topic of this video. A Shaw department that has played an integral role in helping Shaw to be the very best in the industry. The key is science, scientific testing to be precise. Welcome to Shaw Technical Services, where you'll discover some of the primary reasons for our success. This key department of Shaw is the most advanced and widely recognized facility outside of the industry. In fact, many organizations and government agencies have relied on Shaw Technical Services for information and training, including the FBI and the U.S. Consumer Products Safety Commission. 4 primary groups make up Shaw Technical Services. The Central Laboratory encompasses 14 separate laboratories and is operated and certified under the guidelines of the U.S. Department of Commerce, National Institute of Standards and Technology's National Voluntary Laboratory Accreditation Program. These laboratories must meet the same requirements as independent carpet testing laboratories and are inspected regularly and undergo the same proficiency testing. Much of the testing Shaw does is simply not available at outside carpet testing labs. We're talking about some serious science here. Now, the Central Lab includes the most sophisticated analytical equipment available, including an X-ray fluorescence spectrometer, gas chromatograph mass spectrometers, and scanning electron microscopes with energy dispersive X-ray analysis capability. I told you we were serious. Shaw's the largest carpet fiber producer, so it's critical that we know our fibers inside and out. Shaw operates a fully equipped polymer lab to assure the quality of fibers, a capability that was formerly the sole territory of the large chemical companies. Now, in the polymer lab, we're able to test the quality and properties of different fibers before we expend the resources and encounter potential problems associated with large-scale manufacturing. Now here we can determine the best extrusion techniques and speeds to achieve the best results. Not only do these processes ensure quality, but they can reduce long-term costs. And while we're talking about polymers, one thing our testing has demonstrated throughout the years is that nylon continues to be the fiber of choice. Used in approximately 60% of all carpets today, nylon is the most versatile of all fibers and can be found in a wide range of both cut pile and loop pile styles. It's stronger and more resilient than any other fiber. Now, because some of the comparable carpet fibers, such as PTT, are inherently stain resistant, they still absorb liquids. Nylon carpets with stain protection like R2X, on the other hand, repel liquid spills, preventing absorption and wicking, and the stains remain on the surface for easy removal. R2X also provides exceptional resistance to soiling. Type 6 nylon, used in many of Shaw's styles, is the only fiber that can be recycled repeatedly into dyeable carpet fiber, a distinct environmental benefit not possible with other fibers. Here in the microscopy lab, it's sort of like CSI, where countless evaluations can be conducted. Fibers, hardwood, laminate, virtually anything can be examined to determine the presence of contaminants, evaluate possible defects, identify fiber types, assess fiber degradation, and conduct scientific analysis on a host of other topics. Now, this lab can be instrumental in resolving claims issues and finding solutions to address problems. Wow, I'm here in Shaw's new SEM lab. SEM stands for Scanning Electron Microscope, and we've got two of these beauties. No other floor covering manufacturer has this capability, by the way. Now, I've just used one of the microscopes, and take a look at what it shows. No, it's not the surface of the moon, it's not even pasta with marinara sauce, but it's a carpet fiber magnified 500 times. This remarkable instrument can let us not only see foreign substances attached to the fiber, but can even identify what basic elements it's made of. Now, if the spot is an element, something on the periodic table of elements, it will let us know the exact composition of the substance. For example, the detector might show silicon and oxygen for a single grain of sand. This sophisticated device can be extremely important in analyzing off-quality and possible contaminants. And its use will support everything from claims to manufacturing problems to R&D. This lab is fun because I get to stain stuff without my wife complaining. This is Shaw's Stain Lab, where testing is conducted at an amazing pace using virtually any substance you can imagine. All of our carpets are tested for their stain and soil resistance capabilities. We exceed conventional stain and soil resistance testing, partly because we've got a reputation and history of performance to maintain with our patented R2X stain and soil resistance system. Last year, for example, we conducted roughly 11,000 tests of Shaw's R2X soil repellent component and 9,000 tests of the stain resistance component. And the ability to conduct these tests in-house allows far more testing than if we'd gone outside to other labs at 7 times the cost. Other labs may do what's required, but our testing exceeds requirements. An arm of Shaw Technical Services, the Product Care Group, is dedicated to cleaning and maintenance issues. A key function of this group is to test the effectiveness of different cleaning products. It's interesting to note that when testing began years ago, Shaw discovered that 60% of available cleaning products at the time did not clean as well as plain water, and 70% left a residue that quickly attracted soil. Improvements have been made as a result of Shaw's research, and to date, Shaw has not found a better product for spot cleaning carpets than its own R2X stain and soil remover. In addition to internal research and development, which includes the evaluation of new machinery, chemicals, and techniques used in the cleaning industry, the group conducts seminars across the country and provides training in the field to promote best cleaning and maintenance practices. So far, I've been discussing testing that primarily relates to carpet and carpet fibers. Equally important is the testing we conduct on our hard surface products. This is the German roll stool test, and it determines the wear resistance of laminate. Using a 200-pound chair with roller casters, both the laminate sample and the chair are moved during the test. Other laminate tests include a ball drop test to assess resistance to dents, abrasion resistance testing, and testing for lock system strength, just to name a few. Hardwood is tested for finish adhesion as well as dent resistance using a similar ball drop test. Now our ceramic products undergo scratch testing, breaking strength testing, and water absorption testing. So let's get started. Shaw Technical Services is the largest operation of its kind in the industry. Operating without fanfare, this key department is responsible for initiating and developing important industry programs. The Carpet and Rug Institute's CRI, Seal of Approval program, was initiated because of early research conducted at Shaw Labs, and elements of it are based on techniques created by Shaw Technical Services. The European Union's Council of European Communities assessment team called Tech Services Central Labs Quality Management System the very best it's ever seen. Technical Services associates sit on industry committees and those of related organizations, such as the American Association of Textile Chemists and Colorists, AATCC, and ASTM International, originally known as the American Society for Testing and Materials. It's not like us to boast, but we think you deserve to know what goes on behind the products you buy and sell. Now you know that a big part of Shaw's success is based on science, the science and expertise that is Shaw Technical Services.